Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot, but the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. The Grinch hated Christmas, the whole Christmas season. Now, please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason.
Hey guys, no thanks. Sorry, get off my lawn. You have 10 seconds. Merry Christmas.
Just as I suspected. Just as I suspected.
What? Did you see something?
Nope. Which is exactly what I expected. This is a major waste of time.
Then why did you wake me up?
How could you even think about sleep at a time like this? We're in the middle of one of the most thrilling stakeouts of my career.
Your career? Since when is the neighborhood watch your career? It's barely a hobby.
Look at the carolers. Reminds me of home.
Do you have carolers in Alaska?
It's Alaska. It's constantly Christmas. Twinkling lights, snow covering the ground, the smell of pine. It's kind of nice, actually.
Wouldn't it be nice to get out of here? I mean, who does a stakeout on Christmas Eve? Are you even done wrapping those presents?
Well, almost. They have to look nice.
I think it's sweet, giving Christmas presents to all your neighbors. You're like a real-life Santa Claus.
I guess that makes you two my reindeer.
Reindeer? We're elves.
You want to be an elf?
Oscar, we're not leaving here until the 12th Christmas crime has reared its ugly head and revealed itself to us. We've made a commitment to protecting this community.
Oh, here we go again. What's with this 12th crime? How do you even know there's gonna be a crime?
I have a theory.
What you have is a hunch, supported by zero evidence.
I have a theory. And when you have a theory, you test it.
Piper!
Alaska, get back in this car this instant. You're gonna blow our cover.
Well, I'm hungry, so I'm not sure our current priorities are in alignment here.
Alaska, what are you doing? That's Samantha Miller's house.
Exactly. The best way to rustle up some grub is to ask a kind neighbor.
Samantha Miller is the farthest thing from a kind neighbor. Oscar, I don't think she's listening to me.
Welcome to the club.
Well, howdy, boys.
Alaska, listen, I'm gonna try to speak to you like a rational human being right now.
Much appreciated.
There's no way that Samantha Miller is going to let us into her humble abode, much less give us her food.
Why don't you let me worry about that? 'Tis the Christmas season, after all.
Haven't you heard? Samantha and Piper have become buddies.
It's true. Turns out your rambunctious neighbor is keen on people who aren't afraid to speak their mind. Now, Arthur, don't tell me you're getting jealous. You're still my favorite wannabe detective.
Ouch.
It could be perhaps that his shoes were too tight. It could be his head wasn't screwed on just right. But I think that the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small.
Oh, it's just you three. You do realize you're a day early. The Christmas party isn't till tomorrow. Get lost.
Well, I guess buddies was a stretch.
Nope, we tried.
Looks like we can go back to delivering presents. No, Alaska. Here in Tennessee, this is considered breaking and entering, which is a Class 3 felony.
Which is also punishable by 7 years in prison and a $5,000 fine.
Well, what does the law say about being a bad neighbor? That's what I thought. I don't know if your law book covers it, but the one I followed sure does.
What is it with you people? First you take over my pool, and now you think you have the right to enter my house without my permission? I'm calling security.
No need. We apologize, and we'll get out of here as soon as...
We are the security in this neighborhood. You may not have heard of us. We're Hometown's Neighborhood Watch.
What?
Arthur?
Huh? Yeah, right. According to my algorithm, the 12th out of a series of seemingly unconnected Christmas crimes will occur tonight at your house.
Crime? That's sweet. You think someone's brave enough to cross me? That's only happened once, and unfortunately, he's not around to tell the tale. Okay now, bye-bye.
But whatever the reason, his heart or his shoes, he stood there on Christmas Eve, hating the Who's.
Hey, losers! What'd you say about a 12th crime?
Our first call and rescue required an enormous amount of physical exertion, mental stamina, and quick reflexes.
Oh, calm down, Sherlock. We rescued a cat from a tree.
Hey Samantha, do you have any provolone?
Yeah, it should be at the bottom of the stack.
Would you let me tell the story, please? Thank you. Now, where was I? Oh, right, the cat. Patsy Cline, the well-known neighborhood tabby cat that belongs to Mr. and Mrs. Whiskers, found itself trapped after climbing the sycamore tree over on Elm Street.
It was hardly death-defying.
It was a high branch.
So what happened? Did you climb the tree?
No, I did the next best thing.
Oh, so you called the fire department.
He sent me.
That's right, I sent my right-hand man, my second in command,
You were scared.
You were scared of a cat?
Let's just say there was more than one scaredy cat that day.
I like to think of myself as hometown's friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Really?
He reads a lot of comic books.
But, like all true heroes, I do have one major weakness. I have an incurable fear of heights. As I watched my loyal and fearless friend risk life and limb so our team could deem our first case a success, Catsy decided to turn on her rescuer, attacking Oscar for venturing too close to her leafy fortress of solitude.
I've got the scars to prove it.
Ugh, did it hurt?
Not as much as our second case. From the moment we established our neighborhood watch, we received several calls from the Kingsbury and Prince families. But because their family feud is infamous in this neighborhood, we decided not to investigate any of their crimes. But one fateful night, we received a call about a mysterious individual ruling a house nearby. To my surprise, when I arrived on the scene, the criminal was still in the premises. Rachel Prince had decided to continue their family's legacy by rolling every home in the neighborhood, starting with mine. As soon as she turned around, Rachel Prince charged towards me with what can only be described as pure, uncontrollable anger in her eyes. Too stunned to move, Rachel tackled me to the ground and took off running like she was being chased by a pack of wolves or something. I'm not sure how long I was on the ground that night, but when I came to, I was in the hospital.
What? Where were you two?
He's lucky I found him. He could have been laying there all night. And this Rachel girl, she better hope I never see her either.
And I was in the midst of cracking our third case, with Oscar being highly medicated and prescribed a week of bed rest.
No, what his doctor prescribed him was a week of Arthur rest, because staying away from you is a prescription.
Thank you for the clarification, Alaska. That will be all for now. So, with both of my partners being occupied and the phone still ringing off the hook, I had to call in the other members in the neighborhood watch. The phone was ringing off the hook the week of Thanksgiving. I guess more crimes must occur during the holiday season. I noticed I was running out of red yarn for the investigation board, but before I could do anything about it, my doorbell rang. And when I went outside, I almost couldn't believe my eyes. There, right in front of me, was a brown lunch sack full of, well, I'd rather not say.
No way. You were ding-dong ditched?
Oh, is that what the kids are calling it these days?
Was it one of the Kingsberries?
The case is still ongoing, but that's not the most important part of the story. Finding the culprit who dared to trespass on my property became my top priority, so I knew I had to clear the crime docket. First, I called Claire. Mr. and Mrs. Powell were on vacation, again, so their children were desperate for a ride to school. I knew Claire's brother Tripp was good friends with Gray and Cooper Powell, so she wouldn't be too inconvenienced to provide the boys with a ride to school. I'm not sure what occurred during that car ride, but I do know the three boys arrived on time, and Claire is requested to never be involved in a Powell case again. The next call was from one of our own. Harvey, who was unapologetically trying to win back the love of Claire Johnson, had been without sleep for over 24 hours. He blamed it on the creative process. Since I knew I wouldn't be much help in the areas of songwriting or love, I sent over the person who I knew could conquer any challenge thrown her way. I sent Alaska.
Harvey had made a promise to himself not to sleep until he had finished writing the song to win back his once true love. We worked together for hours, writing rhymes, riddles, and metaphors we thought would help us finish his song. But the poor fella just didn't seem to be happy with any of the material. So I decided to throw him what my father calls a curveball. He took the bait, probably because he was about to pass out from exhaustion. We should be witnessing his masterpiece in the very near future.
The next morning, the day of Thanksgiving, I was released from the hospital and Arthur picked me up, and I was right back on phone duty. And the first call was, well, it was you, Samantha.
Oh, I know this one. Let me tell it. Remember? Someone had the nerve to egg my car. I walked outside, and lo and behold, my car was covered in eggshells. My parents were out of town, so I called Oscar, and he suggested I get a rag and some soap and go outside and wash the car before they cooked in the sun and ruined my exterior. Oscar stayed on the phone with me the whole time, just in case the culprits decided to return. He was positive the egg artist would come back to relish in his victory. And he did, but I think it's safe to say, I got the last laugh.
Relish. That's what this is missing. You mind if I...
Might as well, but come to think of it, you never really did show up that day, did you, Oscar?
Nope, but it was entertaining to listen to.
So Oscar convinced you to wash your own car? Aren't you proud?
Well, it did feel good to get my hands dirty for once.
Sometimes a little friendliness goes a long way.
Well, it's our next case that made Michael go a long way. Last year, Robert and Kenny were visitors to our neighborhood, but unbeknownst to us, they had ulterior motives. They tried, but failed, to steal a priceless heirloom from the Powell children by posing as their babysitters. But word on the street is, one of them fell for the Powell's actual babysitter, Jessica, and the whole plan went kaput. Why God gave teenagers hormones, I'll never understand. But in this case, it seems to have saved the day. But this past Thanksgiving, the tables were turned on these two failed burglars when their old friend Jessica decided to prove once and for all that girls really do rule and boys really do drool. She posted her babysitting services on the neighborhood next door app, which wouldn't have been a problem, except she described herself as the babysitter that outconned Robert and Kenny. The dynamic duo was, of course, outraged and lost most of their babysitting gigs to Jessica. It was a 4-hour interrogation, and poor Michael had to mediate between these three best friends arguing over, ironically, who was the better babysitter. To be honest, I'm not even sure why Robert and Kenny called us. They don't even live in our neighborhood.
Maybe our reputation precedes us.
Well, after the scare with Mrs. Powell, we're lucky to have a reputation at all. The three Powell children were enjoying the long holiday weekend away from school, to Miss Powell's dismay. Tired after cleaning up their indoor messes, Miss Powell took her children to the school playground so they could let off some steam. Leaving her only daughter Jane in charge, Miss Powell took this rare opportunity to take a break from the mayhem. The problem was Jane's tendency to become easily distracted, especially when there was a young boy around. Knowing this, Cooper and Gray Powell decided to ditch their sister at the earliest possible moment. It didn't take long for Jane to notice her brother's disappearance, and with her mother sure to return soon, she did what all our neighbors now seem to do in times of panic. She called us.
Oh no, what did you do? You found him, right?
Well, Oscar still wasn't back at 100%, and Arthur was still busy with his paper bag, so I called in a private assistant.
You what?
You what?
Julian Kingsbury, tech guru and prank specialist. He's very resourceful and turns out very handy when it comes to locating missing children. He used his drone to fly over the neighborhood, quickly locating the boys who were, ironically, playing hide and seek with Julian's brother William. Anyways, Jane took the boys back to the playground in time, and her mother never knew anything had happened. Samantha?
Who, what, when, where, why? No, I wasn't doing anything.
Why are you talking in riddles?
It was Johnny Kinnicky, okay? He was supposed to come over tonight to help me decorate for the annual Christmas party, but he never showed.
Oh, okay. Sorry I asked.
I mean, what would you call it if it was one of your cases? Oh, we could call it the case of Samantha's mysterious and easy on the eyes future boyfriend, Johnny Kinnicky.
Well, that title's a bit long, and I think I may already know how to solve it.
If only all our cases could be that simple.
Well, they all seem pretty straightforward so far.
They were, until the case of the missing identity. Two of our resident security guards, Officer Chris and Officer Patrick, were finding it difficult to press charges against a young girl who was caught red-handed, literally stealing freshly baked pies from our neighbors' windows. The problem was, even though they had several eyewitnesses to her misconduct, she was always able to provide a substantial alibi for the times each theft was committed.
Oh, that is interesting. What a conundrum.
Murph was the key. Both officers claimed their minds were playing tricks on them, that they were seeing double. Turns out they were, and Murph had the photos to prove it. This young delinquent had a twin. They were working in cahoots with one another so they could steal our neighbors' award-winning pies to sell them for a profit. In the end, the only thing these twins would see is their own face staring back at them.
Technically, we count that case as 2 crimes. One, because it involved 2 officers of the law, and because it involved 2 twins.
Makes sense to me, but you guys said there have been 11 crimes. That's only 10.
Well, I did, didn't I? I must have skipped one.
He doesn't like talking about the 11th crime. He gets a little embarrassed.
Arthur? Embarrassed? Well, now I have to know.
I'd rather not say, and I appreciate my associate's modesty as well.
I'll tell. Mr. Know-It-All over here lost his car keys.
No.
Yes.
All right, that's quite enough. It happens to everyone. Does this bring you joy?
It does. It really does.
Hey, that sounded like your car, Arthur.
What?
My leg is cramping. Walk it off, walk it off.
Oscar, what time is it?
It's 9. Why does it matter?
Looks like I've bested you, old friend. The 12th Christmas crime has occurred, and with 3 hours to spare.
Your car just got stolen.
Oh, I'm afraid it's much more than that. Our neighbor's gifts are still inside. Someone's trying to steal Christmas.
Ow, come on, dude. What did I do to you?
That was for my sister.
Well, it hurt.
You're not supposed to enjoy this.
Okay, Mr. Turner. We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
William, we're in the same stats class. Just call me Harvey. Okay, ow, okay. All right, easy way.
I know. I just always wanted to do that.
Look, man, I've already confessed. These things are never accurate anyways. Where'd you get all this stuff?
Being president of the CSI Club has its perks, and you'd be surprised how accurate these things can be. But this is just a technicality. I've spent years developing keen observation skills that this machine could never detect. I guess you could say I'm a human lie detector.
Dude, we're in high school.
Trip, you can go ahead and bring in the examiners.
Brittany, Tiffany, we're ready for ya.
That's one way to do it.
How are you today, Mr. Turner?
You know what, Britt? I've been better.
Sure is a beautiful day outside, which we're missing because we're stuck in here with you.
Tiffany, if you don't want to be here, then why are you here?
We'll be asking the questions here, thank you.
And all you have to do is answer yes or no. Do you understand the directions?
Sounds good. Oh, I mean, yes.
All right, let's give it a whirl. Is your name Harvey Richard Turner?
Yes.
True.
Where were you the night of September 21st?
Yes.
You're right, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Were you with Jared Prince on the evening of Saturday, September 21st?
Yes.
And did you assist Jared Prince in his efforts to steal Julian Kingsbury's hidden treasure?
That was the plan, yes.
And if someone were to, hypothetically, need some quick cash, where could this treasure be located now?
Is that necessary?
I'm sorry, Harvey. Was it really necessary to sacrifice an 11-month relationship over one night of stupidity?
Britt, you best check yourself. You're losing it.
I know. I really looked up to you guys, and if you guys can't make it, then what hope do the rest of us have?
Do you see what you did? You made her lose all hope in humanity.
Listen, I get it. I can't help it. I've tried to fight it, but you just got to deal with the fact that I love Claire.
Truth.
Claire?
I just wanted to see the results for myself.
Well, good, then tell him to stop this.
Why?
Because it's wrong, that's why.
Well, is it the truth?
Yeah, just look at the graph.
I don't care what the machine says. I'm asking you.
Of course it's true.
You look nervous.
I feel phenomenal.
You're sweating.
I'm in peak physical condition.
Harvey, there's nothing I want more than to say it back. But I just have one more question I need to ask you.
Whatever it takes.
What happened the night you stole from the Kingsberries?
Well, I'm not exactly sure where to start.
Harvey, you didn't.
Don't look at me like that. I wasn't gonna let Jared burn down the Kingsberry's house. Instead, we decided to do things my way. Jared's family, after all, had performed several unsuccessful heist attempts all summer. But it wasn't until the two oldest Kingsbury children went off to college that Jared decided to rekindle his passion to get his hands on Julian Kingsbury's fortune. But when we arrived, incognito by the way, we quickly realized that Julian had been waiting for us. Hey, Jared, I'm rethinking this, man. This house looks pretty high-tech.
Relax, bro. All of his siblings are at college, and it's not like there's a neighborhood watch. You ready?
What's all that for?
When it comes to these rotten Kingsberries, you can never be too prepared. What's your weapon of choice? I call them matches.
I had never been so uncomfortable in my entire life. I mean, there I was with a crazy pyromaniac about to break into a house with an even crazier tech genius who had more tricks up his sleeve than Harry Houdini. What's that?
My parents sent me to military school a couple years back. I only lasted a semester, but I learned a lot.
Oh, okay.
I say we take him by force. 3, 2, 1.
Wait, that's your plan? Just stroll through the front door?
You got a problem with that?
No, not at all. I just think there might be an easier way. Just follow me.
This better be good, Turner.
Trust me. To be honest, I had no idea what I was doing. I just wanted to get in and out of that house as quickly as possible and keep the damage to a manageable minimum. Little did I know I was only making the situation worse because each time we avoided one of Julian's traps, he grew even more angry.
The garage? This is your bright idea? You act like I haven't tried this a million times.
Look, the door is literally open. We don't have to break anything.
Quit being a buzzkill. Breaking things is half the fun. And word to the wise, when something looks too good to be true in this neighborhood, it is. This ain't my first rodeo. Stay close.
It was at that moment I knew I should have left. But Jared was paying me, and I was genuinely worried about what would happen if these two adversaries were left to their own devices. So Reluctantly, I followed Jared Prince into the Kingsbury's kitchen. We searched high and low, as quietly as possible, but it didn't take long for us to discover that Julian's coveted treasure was waiting to be discovered.
Nice, dude. You found it.
Hey, dude! Didn't you say something about when something looks too good to be true?
You're right. Stealth mode. Follow me.
Are you serious? What are we doing? Hey, what gives?
Shh. Turn that off. You're gonna give away our location. You really didn't think to silence your cell phone? Rookie mistake.
Sorry, it's my girlfriend.
You mean that Johnson chick? You're still dating her? Ain't she kinda controlling?
Hey, say what you want about me, but Claire's off limits.
Oh, she's got you whipped, bro. She why you need the money?
No, man, she'd be so mad if she knew I was here. She'd probably break up with me.
Then why are you here?
That's right, Officer Barney. Jared Prince is currently trespassing on my private property, and I have to say, this is one of his saddest and lamest attempts ever. He hasn't even made it to the safety deposit box to realize the money is fake.
Whoa, hold up. The money's fake?
Did you really think I'd leave a pile of cash out with a neighbor like you? I'm no fool.
Did you know about this? Did you set me up?
Honestly, at this point, I can say I have no clue what's going on.
You're lying. You're gonna regret this, Harvey Turner.
What? Are you threatening me?
Sounds like a threat to me. Did you get all that, Barney?
Quiet, Kingsbury. I know you have a stack of cash around here somewhere, and one day, it's gonna be mine.
Sounds like that day is not today. I'd get a move on it if I were you.
So, this is awkward.
At this point, they usually run. Or do you want to get arrested?
As I sat there, reflecting on my poor choices and trying to avoid Jared's threatening glare from across the street, I could only think about one thing. Would Claire ever be able to forgive me?
Thanks for telling me, Harvey.
You're welcome. Can I help you?
Hi, I'm Officer Lucas, and I'm here looking for Harvey Turner.
That's me.
Oh, I was expecting someone taller.
That's funny. I was expecting someone a little nicer.
Mr. Turner, I'm here to tell you that we received an anonymous tip identifying you as the person responsible for stealing Arthur Robinson's vehicle.
What? Is Arthur okay?
He was unharmed, but can you provide an alibi for your whereabouts last night at approximately 9 p.m.?
He was with me. We were doing some last-minute Christmas shopping for my little brother. And besides, Harvey would never take anything from Arthur. We're all friends.
And you are?
Getting angry.
Buddy, you do not want any of that.
I told you, Harvey didn't do it.
Ma'am, I'm here as a courtesy. Arthur has denied the allegations and told us that he has no intent on pressing any charges against Mr. Turner. However, it is our obligation to investigate any lead, especially given Mr. Turner's recent history with our department.
That's not fair. He's already come clean about his crime and suffered the consequences. How do you expect him to ever move on if you keep drudging up the past?
No, that's some good advice.
Not the time.
I agree.
You agree?
As does your cousin Bonnie. He sent me here to give you guys a head start. We know what you kids are doing here with this whole neighborhood watch. Time for you to pull out some of those detective skills to save your own skin.
Well, how long do we have?
We can give you 4 hours. After that, we're gonna have to bring you down to the station. Don't look at it like nepotism. Instead, think of it as our Christmas gift to you.
How am I supposed to solve this case in 4 hours? I don't even know the name of my accuser.
Harvey, we'll figure this out together.
Oh, young love. You know, I remember back in the day when I was getting married to my high school sweetheart.
Thank you. Adorable.
Thanks for the heads up.
Wasn't street hockey your idea?
Come on, I was going easy on you.
Oh, so you're letting me win.
Exactly. It's what good guys
do. Yeah, I got it. All right, will you just do me a favor? And this time for this next shot, just do it your best.
Oh, okay. But you're sure you can handle losing?
Yes, I am mentally and emotionally prepared for that possibility.
Okay, give it your best shot.
You sure you're ready?
Don't you know by now? I'm always ready.
Hold on. Don't move.
What's wrong? Not photogenic enough?
No, I just thought I saw... Never mind, the moment's passed.
Well, here, I mean, I can try...
No, it's fine. It wouldn't be authentic.
Authentic. Right. Murph, why don't you say we retire the camera for the day? No more photos. Let's just enjoy ourselves.
Hey, watch it.
Sorry, I thought you were looking.
Michael, can we call it a day? Hockey just really isn't my thing.
Oh, come on. The day's just getting started. And it's Christmas. It's literally prime time for adventure.
I've had plenty of adventures.
Really? I'd love to hear about it.
I love traveling. My family went to Hawaii for spring break a couple years ago.
Please continue.
Every year, my dad took our family to the Christmas service at my church. The service was great, but it's the music I remember most. My dad would always get so into it. I loved watching him. I didn't appreciate it back then. All I could think about was rushing back home to open all our presents. But one year, we returned home to find only one gift under our tree. It was unusually small. My sister and I were so confused. But then my dad told us to open the gift, and we found 4 tickets inside a seashell, buried underneath a pile of sand. I remember waking up every morning for the next 3 months so happy. That was before my dad got sick. To be honest, I thought it was one of my daydreams, but I have the photos to prove that it actually happened. Do you want to see?
Yeah, I'd love to see them.
I should have the memory card in here somewhere.
But can I ask you a question first? How many of those photos are you in?
You know what? Turns out I don't have it. I'll have to show you some other time.
Huh, well, I'm looking forward to it. In the meantime, we gotta create a list of things to do before we graduate.
You mean like a bucket list?
No, more like an adventure list. We can start small with rock climbing and hiking, but then we can build up to activity number 1. Skydiving.
What? No, I'm not going skydiving. Shouldn't there be some sort of clause that says we both have to agree on these excursions before they're added to the list?
Yeah, sure. We'll call it the veto rule. We'll each get up to 3 vetoes.
Only 3, huh?
Yeah, only 3, but I'm not gonna need any of mine.
Oh, really?
Try me.
Okay, I know. How about we save an endangered species, or make a medical discovery, or, I don't know, how about get tattoos?
Yep, all approved. Let's get tattoos.
I didn't mean right now.
Why not? You said it and I didn't veto it, so it's officially on the list. And there's no day like today.
I'm not prepared today.
Why not?
I don't want to just get a tattoo. I want it to have meaning. These things tend to be permanent.
I'm not saying that we get matching tattoos of our names. I just think it'd be fun.
What's fun about looking at a mistake for the rest of your life?
Well, what's fun about never making a mistake? It's like you and your camera. You take these photos so these memories can last a lifetime, right? How's a tattoo any different?
It is so different. I take photos because nothing lasts. Look around. Everything's changing constantly. We don't have any control. My photos are the only things that freeze time.
Time isn't meant to be frozen. It's a gift that, as cheesy as it sounds, is meant to be opened.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means you need to start living your life, Murph. Isn't that what your dad would want?
Don't talk about my father. And who are you to tell me what to do?
Hey, you almost hit me. And I'm your friend. I care about you.
You don't know the first thing about being a friend. All you care about is yourself and your stupid adventures.
Ow! You know that's not true.
Isn't it? We've been hanging out for the past 2 months. What's one substantial thing that you know about me? That's what I thought.
You know, it's really hard to think when there are tennis balls being thrown at you. Can you at least let me put my helmet back on?
You know what? I think this was a mistake. We're obviously not compatible. Thanks for the hockey stick. Excuse me.
Well, I respectfully disagree. You know, they say Murph Shepard loves her camera, but do you want to know the truth? Murph Shepard hides behind her camera. You can't blame me for not knowing you, Murph. You haven't even let me in.
Why would I? Why would I give my heart to someone who only cares about what activity is going to bring him the next day's adrenaline rush?
Because we're good for each other, that's why. You say we're different, but I really think we're the same. No one else talks to me like this, Murph. No one else challenges me like this to think about anything beyond my immediate future. I really like spending time with you, and I really don't want our relationship to stay the same.
Michael, you don't know what you want.
Well, maybe you're just scared.
Of what?
Of facing your loneliness. Of facing the fact that there might actually be someone that wants to be with you.
Why would I be scared of that?
Because you thrive on being numb. You pretend to create and observe when really you're just detached from feeling alive. But when you're with me and when we're together, you can't hide in one of your freaking daydreams or behind your camera. But you want to know the real reason why you're scared? Because you want to be with me too. Oh no, not another daydream.
Not this time.
Hey, isn't that
Arthur's car?
I thought it was stolen.
It was.
Who do you think it is?
I don't know, but Grinchmas in the middle of the day isn't exactly inconspicuous.
Oh, hey.
Whoa, don't spook him.
Hey, can you step out of our friend's vehicle, please? We just want to talk. They're trying to escape. Quick, Murph, grab your camera.
Oh, now you want me to grab my camera.
Okay, this conversation isn't over, but they're getting away and we need evidence. I'm gonna try to catch them.
What do I do?
Freeze time!
We're our neighbors. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just need to catch my breath. Did you see anything?
Just this. I don't think Arthur's the basketball type.
Well, Merry Christmas, Murph. Looks like you're getting 2 adventures for the price of 1.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Hello, Neighborhood Watch. Yes, please hold. Hello? Yeah, Neighborhood Watch. Yeah, he's still with the witness. Can I call you back? Thanks. Hello, Neighborhood. Oh, thank goodness, Mrs. Whiskers. Yeah, maybe try and call the vet or the fire department if things get too out of control. We don't want this to turn into a cat-tastrophe. Oh, you're right, Mrs. Whiskers. This is no laughing matter.
Where's Oscar? Get this jerk out of our house!
Yeah, Miss Whiskers, hold on. Yeah, I gotta go. Merry Christmas! Lucy, wait! I'm sure whatever he said, he didn't mean it. I have chocolate.
I hate chocolate.
Chocolate isn't going to solve any of her problems.
Arthur, you've got to be kidding me.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, stop changing the subject. You know Miss Whiskers has been calling all day. Now, what did you say to my poor sister?
I assure you, I followed all of the appropriate interrogation room protocols.
Arthur, you're not a real detective. You're not Sherlock, you're not Batman, and you're not the Pink Panther. You can't just interrogate people. I swear, sometimes I think you're more delusional than Murph's daydreams.
Reality is relative.
Don't get fancy smart with me. The whole neighborhood's on high alert because of you.
All right, Alaska, we better get to it. Feel free to send in the next suspect. I mean witness.
Not so fast. On the account of the fact that my conscience will no longer allow me sit idly by and watch you make little innocent girls cry, I want to know your plan.
Perhaps my methods have been a bit extreme. However, they are private, and they will prove to be effective. All I know is that Harvey Turner isn't going back to jail on my watch.
In case you've forgotten, we're all on the same team around here.
That may have been true 24 hours ago, But since then, we have had a stolen vehicle, a framed friend, who's on a bit of a time crunch. So you may want to recheck your facts.
Sometimes it's not about the facts. Sometimes it's about what your gut tells you. And after 2 months of working with you, I was hoping that you would give me the benefit of the doubt. But I guess not.
Fine. You forced my hand. I'm going to flush out the real thief the old-fashioned way. I'm going to use the good cop, bad cop routine on everyone in this neighborhood.
Thank you, Arthur. It's good to know that you have at least some method to your madness.
Are you saying you approve of the idea?
It's old-fashioned. It's a classic because it works.
My thoughts exactly. Now, where's Oscar? He's late.
Still walking here. He let you borrow his car, remember?
Oh, how long did it take? We live in the same neighborhood. I, of course, retract that ungrateful statement, but it looks like I'll have to conduct these interviews by myself. Please send in whoever's next in line.
Aren't you forgetting something?
I don't believe so. What are you hinting at?
Usually the good cop, bad cop routine requires 2.
I suppose it does. Well, without Oscar, looks like I'll have to play both roles. I haven't had acting classes since middle school, but I'll...
Actually, I was gonna offer my talents.
You? Help me? Don't be ridiculous. This isn't going to be as easy as mushing a pack of huskies.
Okay, I'm gonna choose to ignore that comment. Recent evidence suggests you need supervision. I'm staying. End of discussion.
But that doesn't even...
Do you want to be good cop or bad cop?
Isn't it obvious? Bad cop is practically my middle name.
Right. Well, this should be entertaining.
Who are you?
I'm Mrs. Teller. I was Arthur's first grade teacher.
And what is it that you do?
I'm a teacher?
Then why didn't you say that in the first place?
I did. Arthur, have you been eating your vegetables? You look pale.
Don't try to fool me, Miss Teller. This is a very serious matter. Everyone in this neighborhood's a suspect, and I'm certain that one of you knows more than you're telling.
Here, Miss Teller. Would you like a glass of water?
Thank you. He was always such an inquisitive child. I'm so proud of him.
Where were you at precisely 9 p.m. yesterday evening?
You mean Christmas Eve? I was babysitting with Jessica and Kenny.
A suspicious alibi, don't you think?
I mean, not really, we're babysitters.
Do you have proof of your whereabouts? Will the child in question corroborate your story?
Is he serious?
Unfortunately.
Look, if this was about last year, then that was all just a big misunderstanding. I'm serious.
You are here because it is obvious that there's more going on than meets the eye.
We've given up the life of crime. We're just babysitters. I mean, I'm serious. Here's our car.
Robert, Kenny, and Jessica, professional babysitters. We'll protect your kids and your jewelry.
It's an effective slogan. A lot of people have property they need protected.
Good for you, I guess.
Have you ever considered expanding your business internationally?
¿Por qué pierde su tiempo interrogándonos? Creo que fueron esas dos chicas divertidas, las que tenían los nombres divertidos y las caras divertidas. Las vi conduciendo en tu alto por la calle Elm, como hace una hora. Esas chicas siempre están tramando algo. No confío en ellos ni un poco.
Repeat that back.
I don't speak Spanish.
Por supuesto que no. I apologize for my colleague's rude behavior.
Arthur, are you fluent in Spanish?
Of course I am. Isn't everyone bilingual? Disculpe, casi todo en el mundo. Okay, Miss Robinson, spill the beans.
You better answer him. He's a hangry teenager, and there's no controlling him when he gets like this.
Yes, I know, dear. I'm his mother.
What? You subpoenaed your own mother?
Of course not. Technically, she's the owner of the vehicle. Mother, what are you doing here?
I brought you some tomato soup. I thought you would be hungry. And you do look stressed.
I'm working, Mother. I'm in the middle of an investigation. There's no time for unnecessary distractions. Mother, what are you laughing at?
He's always been more of the good cop type.
Mom, don't embarrass me in front of my friend.
I'm sorry, dear. You must be Piper. It is nice to finally put a face to the name.
Oh, trust me, the pleasure's all mine.
Well, I am off to make Christmas dinner. Chicken pot pie never fails to bring this one to the table. It's a family recipe. I'll just take this soup with me.
Leave the soup.
Excuse me?
Leave the soup. Please.
Of course, Arthur. Anything for my growing boy. I love you, dear.
Love you too, Mom.
Make sure he eats this within the hour, or else he will become completely unmanageable.
Then what exactly would you call all this?
Oh, honey, this is just the tip of the iceberg. I like this one, Arthur. She's honest. Piper Anderson, you are always welcome at our table.
No, she's not.
My house, my rules.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Robinson. This has been an eye-opening experience, to say the least. I'm so glad you stopped by.
Oh, me too. This was fun. Arthur, I'll see you at home for dinner. Do not be late. Oh, and tell Randy hello for me.
What?
Arthur, this is our last...
Yes, I know who this is. There will be no introductions necessary. You are the cross-country runner known as Randy, correct?
Yes.
Tell us. I'm sorry. I've forgotten your very forgettable name already.
Arthur, you know who I am.
Piper?
It's Randy.
Ah, that's right. Tell us, Randy. Have you enjoyed your holiday break?
No, not really, because I'm here on Christmas Day, being interrogated by a clearly disturbed teenager with no sense of personal space.
And are you also known as this neighborhood's crazy, no-good nincompoop?
Hey man, that's uncalled for. I'm here as a courtesy.
Arthur, may I speak with you outside for a moment?
If you must.
I must.
Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow.
What was that all about?
Congratulations are in order, Alaska. You've managed to successfully end this questioning montage with my arch nemesis, Randy.
Well, how was I supposed to know that? He's on the hometown residence list.
I'm aware that he currently resides in hometown, despite my efforts to get him forcibly removed.
Okay, I think I see the problem here. Listen, you have a history with folks. Everyone in this neighborhood has known you since birth. It's not your fault. They just don't believe you're mean enough to be the bad cop. Maybe they need someone who hasn't been around this neighborhood long enough. Someone maybe newer?
Well, where are we gonna find someone?
Me, Arthur. I'm talking about myself. Mind if I take a swing at it?
You want to be bad cop?
Yeah, I'd like to have a crack at it.
Over my dead body.
Don't tempt me. Follow my lead. Now listen here, bud. I've been at this all day, and we have yet to uncover even a single clue to the whereabouts of Arthur's vehicle. Now, unless you want to spend the rest of your life in prison, you're gonna answer the next question as quickly and honestly as possible.
I think I want to talk to him again.
No, look at me. Look at me when I'm talking to you.
Whatever you say, dollface.
Ah! Did you steal my car last night or not, you backstabbing lowlife? Just tell me the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
Arthur, that is not how we treat our guests, even if their words and actions completely warrant the behavior.
No, I would have loved to have stolen your car last night, but some lucky son of a gun beat me to it.
Now that's enough!
You slapped me.
Yeah, I did. You deserved it.
I can't believe you just slapped me.
You may have been able to get away with acting like a nincompoop.
Nice word choice.
Thank you. Newsflash, there's a new sheriff in town. Care to test that theory? Call me Dollface one more time.
You know what? I'm out of here.
Bye, Randy. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. What?
You can be bad cop from now on.
Piper, Arthur, where have y'all been? I've been calling out for the past 2 hours.
Sorry, old friend. We've been preoccupied.
Mrs. Whiskers, are you okay?
Do I look all right to you?
Well, what happened? Is Sprinkles okay?
It is an absolute Christmas miracle that we survive, I tell you. A miracle that we escape with our lives.
Miss Whiskers, please tell us more.
Yes, and don't spare any details.
Well, Mr. Whiskers and I were thought it would be just the cutest idea to dress up our clouder.
By clouder, you mean?
They're a group of cats.
Yes, our clouder of cats like Santa's reindeer. So we had Dasher and Dancer and Prancer. And of course, Sprinkles here was Rudolph with a little red nose on him. And we hitched them all up to the sleigh.
Yes, I'm sure they were all adorable. But now what were you saying about a miracle?
Well, we will crown all of our sweet babies up to Santa's sleigh, putting them all on their reins, and then this strange bird came out of the air. It was making this weird buzzing sound coming down, and it put all of our sweet babies into a frenzy, and they just went everywhere, and we could not. We were trying to corral them around, and thankfully, sweet Oscar here came in and helped us out. I don't even know what we would have done without him, and we still can't find Comet.
Miss Whiskers, that's awful.
A strange bird, you said? And it made a buzzing sound? That is peculiar.
Okay, Miss Whiskers, we'll keep an eye out for Comet. I'm sure he'll turn up.
Well, he is such a rascal, you know, but he always finds his way home somehow. And Arthur, good luck to you on finding your car. I know what it is like to lose something that you love so much. I'm so sorry.
Thanks, Miss Whiskers. We both must find the strength to carry on.
Merry Christmas!
Well, I have to admit it. I'm stumped. Most hummingbirds fly south for the winter.
Oscar, did you see anything?
Guys, we have a problem.
What Miss Whiskers saw, that was no bird.
Harvey, what are you doing? What are you doing? We don't have time for...
Would you be quiet? We're hiding.
And who are we hiding from?
I don't know, but they're out there, watching.
The clock is ticking, Harvey. We only have 3 hours left.
Now's our chance. I'll get my eyes, you get my 6.
What does this even mean?
It obviously means follow me.
No, Harvey. Seriously, use your words. No more SWAT signals. You look ridiculous.
Hey, I know my SWAT signals. I've seen Gilligan's Island.
I don't even know what that is.
Are you serious? Have you ever listened to me before? I've been watching Gilligan's Island since I was like 5 years old. There's Gilligan, the professor, Ginger, and Skipper's pretty cool too.
Oh, I thought those were the names of your buddies on the football team.
You thought Ginger was a nickname.
Well, isn't Barrett a redhead?
You know, actually, our current situation reminds me of one of the episodes.
Well, did the Islanders catch the outlaw?
No, I don't really remember that, but I do remember Marianne giving Gilligan a second chance.
Oh, I see. Let me guess. I'm Marianne.
You are the girl next door, literally.
And what does that make you?
Well, the lovable goofball, obviously.
No, Harvey, I know what you're doing, and it's not gonna work. Not this time.
Did you hear that?
I literally don't hear anything.
We're being watched again. I think I saw it.
Oh, for Pete's sake, Harvey. Here. Hey! Hello, is anyone out there? We're over here. Come and get us.
Well, I hope you're happy. Now we're sitting ducks.
Stop being so paranoid. We have real problems to worry about. And cousin or not, Barney can only give you so much of a head start.
How am I being paranoid? Someone is literally accusing me of something I didn't do. I mean, who would do that? What did I ever do to anybody?
What did you say?
What did I ever do to anybody?
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Penny for your thoughts?
It's nothing.
Wait. No. Hey, my name's at stake here. I think I deserve to know.
I think I know who's framing you, Harvey.
Oh, well, feel free to share when you're ready.
Just trust me, okay?
Trust you? Of course I trust you. You're one of the only people on this planet that I trust. That's why I've been trying to get this to work again.
Well, stop trying to make this work and start fighting for yourself. In case you haven't noticed, I've spent the last hour of my life canvassing the entire neighborhood for you.
You are being so ironic right now. You have no idea the things I do for you. And you're really gonna regret yelling at me in about, look at that, 3 hours.
Oh, what have you done, Harvey, besides look at our neighbors' mailboxes and crouch behind smelly dumpsters, hiding from an imaginary enemy?
You know what? This isn't Gilligan's Island after all. This is the show where one person expresses their feelings for the possibility of love, and the other one is a huge jerk who doesn't trust anyone. It's why this show doesn't exist and why it's gonna get 0 ratings.
Where do you think you're going?
To get ready for Samantha's Christmas shindig, I'm going to enjoy the last moments I have left, and there's nothing you can do about it.
You know what? Fine. I can just solve this mystery on my own. I don't need Guilford or Gilligan or whatever his name is.
It's Gilligan!
Oh, hey there, what can I get you? Let me guess. Popcorn, soda?
Oh, hey, Officer Jones. I'll just take the popcorn, thanks.
Here you go. You kids working on the holiday? Don't y'all ever take a break?
No, we have fun. What, do you always work the concession stand?
Yeah, us officers are always working, and we're always watching.
All right, well, thanks.
Take care now.
Hey, so remind me of how we got in here for free again?
Press pass for the yearbook. Sometimes holding a camera has its benefits.
Why are we taking pictures of Jared Prince?
Claire called. She thinks he's the one who framed Harvey.
Well, he is a pyromaniac. Okay, I buy it. And he does look kind of guilty, I guess. So, you hungry?
Sure. Oh,
Sorry.
looks like you're empty anyways. I'll go get us another box.
Wait, is that Samantha? Why is she here?
Oh, I don't know. What is that? Can you tell?
It looks like a Christmas present. Murph. Murph?
Oh, sorry.
Samantha's leaving.
Girls, you have got to learn how to control yourself. You were making way too big of a scene in there.
Well, excuse us for being popular. Yeah, we can't help that we're naturally captivating.
Girls, I don't have time for this. Literally, all I asked of you was to destroy the evidence, but apparently that's too much to ask of you.
What do you mean? The evidence was perfectly camouflaged as a Christmas gift. It's the perfect plan. It's like we're hiding in plain sight.
So let me get this straight. Instead of destroying the evidence like I asked you to, you thought it would be a great plan to put it in a box, bring it to the basketball game where the entire neighborhood could see it.
It was her fault! It was totally Brittany's fault.
Shut it, Tiff. You were the one that opened your big mouth.
Well, I guess if I want something done right, I'm gonna have to do it myself.
Still think it's Jared Prince?
I think we should follow Samantha.
I just don't get it. Why would Samantha Miller want to steal Arthur's car?
Well, she's always been sort of a Grinch. But what is she doing here? What's so important about that present?
I don't know. I guess there's only one way to find out.
No, what are you doing? She could be involved.
Samantha Miller. Really?
My dad always said it's the person you least suspect. And think about it, why is she even at the basketball game?
Well, I mean, she could be here for Johnny Kanicki.
Then why was she talking to Brittany and Tiffany? I'm telling you, something doesn't add up here.
Doug.
What?
Get down. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
I think the coast is clear. Let's go.
To Samantha's Christmas party? Yeah, no. See,
Bright lights, big group of people, not really
Your thing? Yeah, I got it. Listen, you were invited, weren't you?
The whole neighborhood was invited. Receiving a glittery Christmas card from Samantha Miller hardly means anything.
Community means everything. Don't take the time you have in the neighborhood for granted. It could all be gone by tomorrow.
You sound like my dad.
Thank you. I'm honored.
Wasn't a compliment. You talk like you're in your mid-40s.
Well, your dad was right about one thing. It's always the one you least suspect.
Oh, I love that show.
Oh my gosh, not you too. The show isn't even funny. Nobody even likes gingers.
Well, that's just rude.
Oh, no, not you, Barrett. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Well, this is just the cherry on top to a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I'm gonna need another eggnog.
You know I don't work here, right?
Oh, Claire, there you are.
We've got some phenomenal news. It's gonna cheer you right up.
So you better not pout.
You better not cry.
Do you want to know why?
Because Harvey's gonna get his just dessert.
Girls, what are you talking about?
There's no need to worry. Just know we've taken care of everything.
We've got your back, girl. Harvey's gonna get what's coming to him.
Sooner rather than later.
Hang in there, man.
Yeah, are you sure you still want to go through with this? She still seems pretty upset.
I'm positive it's all or nothing. I don't know how much time I have left as a free man, and I've got to make it count.
Mr. Heartbreaker, I like it. But if your wits aren't going to cut it, then you can always use this.
Oscar, is that mistletoe? Where did you get that?
I know a guy.
I don't need any mistletoe. I want to do things right. I just want Claire to know that no matter how much we fight, I'll never stop fighting for her.
That's really sweet, Harvey. You're a good guy, and deep down she knows that. Now, we gotta rally the troops.
Hey, are you sure Arthur didn't have any other bright ideas he wanted to run by me?
Arthur's currently tending to some unfinished business.
Alright, well, y'all do that. I'm gonna go find a place to hang this mistletoe. Just in case.
We love Lucy. Lucy, I'm home. Looks like somebody's home.
Well, look what the cat drug in.
Excuse me, Lucy?
May I help you?
I
What's wrong, Mr. Robinson? Cat got your tongue?
Yeah, Arthur, spit it out.
I wanted to apologize.
Oh, really? And what exactly are you apologizing for?
Isn't it obvious?
I like to hear you say it.
I'm sorry. I apologize for my harsh behavior earlier this afternoon. It was not my intent to insult you.
Well, thank you, Arthur. I accept your apology.
I would have never called you in to be interviewed if I'd known how fragile and sensitive you were.
Oh, Arthur, you were this close.
Mr. Whiskers found Comet. It looks like it's gonna be a perfect Christmas after all.
See, nobody noticed we would come in late. If anyone asks, we've been here the whole time.
Trust me, I'm not planning on drawing any attention to myself.
Murph? Michael? I'm so glad you both can make it. I didn't think you guys could come this year. I mean, it is pretty cold outside.
You would know, wouldn't you?
Of course. No one throws a party like you, Samantha. We wouldn't miss it for the world.
Aw, Michael. It is pretty spectacular, isn't it? You know, I haven't seen you two around. Did you guys just get here together?
Oh, we've been around.
Yeah, we've been around. We've just been mingling.
And we brought you a gift.
Murph, you didn't have to get me a gift. Which one is it? Is it this one?
The blue one with the white and silver snowflakes.
Really? You sure about that?
100%. I never show up to someone's house empty-handed.
Tread lightly, Murph. If you're gonna take a shot at me, you best make sure you don't miss.
Okay.
Whoa, this situation seems to be escalating quickly. Let's just take a breath.
I know you know where Arthur's car is, and I might not be able to prove it right now, but sit tight. The truth always comes out.
Whoa, Samantha, this tree looks beautiful. These lights, these extravagant gifts, and is this a Douglas fir?
Not now, Michael. Me and Murphy need to have a little chat.
Fine by me. Let's chat about what's in that blue box.
Oh, Murphy Shepherd, you've always had the oddest sense of humor. But since it is Christmas, and you are guests in my home, I will choose to look past your momentary lapse of judgment. Consider this my Christmas gift to you. Go long, girls!
What?
They're trying to destroy the evidence.
Get him!
I'll have what she's having.
Still don't work here.
Good help is so hard to find these days. I may not have a vehicle, but at least I've got some good friends who are willing to help me out, even when I screw up. Hey, where's Harvey? Claire, are you alright? Is it something I said?
No, it's just we got in another fight.
Yeah, okay, let me go get Piper.
Why are boys so dumb? Why am I so dumb? I keep falling for his charm and charisma, and I end up the same way every time. Sad, alone, and hurting everyone who comes across my path. I'm a complete train wreck.
Have you considered talking to Harvey about your concerns?
I wouldn't talk to Harvey Turner if we were the last two castaways on the SS Minnow after it had been shipwrecked on a deserted island.
That's oddly specific. I feel like there's a backstory that I'm missing here.
Oh no.
What? What's wrong?
Time's up. I've got to warn Harvey.
I thought you weren't talking to Harvey.
I'm not. You're gonna have to help me.
Please, Officer Lucas. I know you have a heart somewhere in there, and it's Christmas. All I need is literally 5 more minutes for a quick musical number.
Quit talking nonsense, boy. You tell me where Harvey Turner is.
Harvey Turner? I don't know a Harvey Turner. I think you got the wrong neighborhood.
Won't you please let me back in your heart?
He paid the carolers to rehearse them all week. You must mean a lot to him.
Who's he?
You to myself, I didn't want you around. Those pretty faces always made you stand out in the crowd. Then someone picked you from the bunch. One glance was all it took. Now it's much too late for me to take a second look. Oh baby, give me one more chance. Won't you please let me? Oh, darling, I was blind to let you go. Now that I see you in his arms, yes, I do now. Ooh, ooh, baby. Yeah, 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 yeah. Na, 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 na.
Guess he didn't need the mistletoe after all.
Well, well, well. If you thought your little song and dance act was gonna keep me from taking you to the station, you got another thing coming.
Harvey, run!
I'll hold him off.
No, Oscar, Piper, stop! Nobody's getting hurt because of me.
Hey, get your hands off my boyfriend.
Boyfriend?
Boyfriend.
Boyfriend!
Boyfriend?
Boyfriend?
Stop! It wasn't Harvey, and we can prove it. Murph, you do the honors.
No, it wasn't us. We're being framed.
We don't have the smarts to orchestrate something like this.
Yeah, and it's your word against ours. This will never hold up in court.
Thankfully, it won't have to. Piper and I have known it was the two of you all along.
We have?
Yeah, we have a star witness, remember?
We have a witness?
Of course. Alaska, you wrote it down.
¿Por qué pierde su tiempo interrogándonos? Creo que fueron esas dos chicas divertidas, las que tenían los nombres divertidos y las caras divertidas. Las vi conduciendo en tu auto por la calle Elm, como hace una hora. Esas chicas siempre están tramando algo. No confío en ellos ni un poco.
Repeat that back.
Arthur, you've known this whole time? Girls, how could you?
Yes, the girls here are correct. One witness is never enough to convict. But a whole neighborhood of witnesses? Well, they hold some power. I was waiting for just the right moment to reveal the truth, and now it does appear that the evidence is stacked against them, which exonerates our friend Harvey. Isn't that right, Officer Lucas? Yes, we now know the who, the when, and the how. But one important question still remains. Why? Isn't that right, Samantha?
Okay, I admit it. I paid Brittany and Tiffany to steal Arthur's car, but I didn't know the presents were in there, and the last thing I wanted to do was ruin Christmas.
Brittany, do you even know how to hotwire a car?
Yeah, I learned from Marsha's boyfriend Greg, who works at the car shop.
Samantha, why'd you do it?
Yeah, we were so nice to you last night.
I've wanted to be part of the neighborhood watch for months now, and last night when you were telling me about all the adventures you guys had, it just kind of made me realize how lonely I was.
Samantha?
Who, what, when, where, why? No, I wasn't doing anything.
Samantha, we're all standing in your living room on Christmas Day. You're hardly alone.
Yeah, what was the point of all this? I just thought if I was the one that found Arthur's car and solved the case all by myself, you guys would finally accept me as one of your own.
But why frame me?
That was all Brittany and Tiffany.
That's right. We went rogue.
Sue me for trying to get payback for my best friend.
Do y'all ever have any supervision? Where are your parents?
Your guess is as good as mine. That's why I throw this party every year, to finally fill this big empty house on Christmas. I mean, Michael has Murph, Harvey has Claire, even Arthur has Piper and Oscar. I have no one. Not my parents, not Johnny Kanicki, and definitely not the neighborhood watch.
You're right. You're not a part of any of our groups. You're part of all of them. Look at us. We're all a little odd in each of our own unique ways. It's easy to fall into the trap of feeling like an outcast, especially during the holidays. You know what? Let's make it official. Piper?
Did he just call you Piper?
It's a Christmas miracle. Well, Samantha Miller, I want to be the first to officially welcome you into the neighborhood watch.
So who am I arresting?
What happened then? Well, in Whoville, they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day. And then the true meaning of Christmas came through, and the Grinch found the strength of 10 Grinches, plus 2.
We are biologically, cognitively, physically, and spiritually wired to love, to be loved, and to belong. When those needs are not met, we don't function as we're meant to. We break. We fall apart. We numb. We ache. And sometimes, we hurt others.
The presents are still inside. But I don't know how you're going to deliver them all in time.
The odds and time itself do seem to be stacked against us. But no matter what, the clock's going to keep ticking. So we have a choice to make.
Well, I choose whatever helps me be accepted by your group. I just want to fit in.
Samantha Miller, why would you try to fit in when you were born to stand out? They say it takes a village when discussing the needs of raising a child. I think that phrase applies here as well. Thankfully, we have a village.
Yeah, this whole village thing is going to take some getting used to.
Well, giving is a good place to start. Giving connects people, the giver and the receiver. The connection they create makes a new sense of belonging.
Arthur Robinson, where have you been all my life?
Right down the street. You know, Samantha, even with all the stuff you have, you still seem to be missing one key ingredient to experiencing true Christmas joy.
And what's that, Arthur?
Hope.
Shoot. I forgot my mistletoe. We're gonna have to go back to Samantha's.
No, I'm sure someone's put it to good use.
Piper, what have you done?
I may have moved the mistletoe into a more useful location. Arthur's a catch. He just needs a push.
No, you don't think. Arthur and Samantha? I gotta at least give him a heads up.
Arthur can hold his own, and so can you. It's time you face your fear.
Do I really have to do this? What if she tackles me again?
If she tries anything, she's gonna have to go through me.
Remind me to never get on your bad side.
This feeling of unity and togetherness comes through the warmth of a smile, a handshake, or a hug, through laughter and unspoken demonstrations of love. It comes in the quiet, reverent moments of soft conversation and listening.
I wonder what it could be. Warner Brothers? What's this for?
It's a clue to your future. You'll have to be patient, but just know you're not the only one who can plan an adventure.
Well, your turn. I think you're gonna love it.
I'm shivering with excitement. A journal?
Yeah, I thought it could help you express some more of your creative thoughts. And it might help with the daydreams, too.
Thanks, Michael.
No, wait, there's more. Open it.
Shell tattoo? Very funny.
Don't worry, it's one of the temporary kinds. And you did say it needed to mean something.
Thanks, Michael. You're listening?
When it comes to you, Murph, I'm always listening.
Hey, look, it's snowing.
Not belonging is a terrible feeling. It feels awkward and it hurts, as if you were wearing someone else's shoes. So when you find your match, your equal, it's pivotal to hold on tight and never let go.
Harvey, I had no idea you could sing.
I told you, I have my moments. I mean, if I would have known it was one song that would get you back, I would have done it a long time ago.
Well, you've been wearing me down. It's been a process.
Time heals all wounds.
Something like that.
What's this?
Your Christmas gift.
Claire, I'm sorry. I was so focused on my performance, I forgot to get you a gift.
Trust me, hearing you sing I Want You Back is a gift that will keep on giving. Open it.
How'd you know?
You've mentioned it once or twice.
Well, actually, as a true fan of the show, I actually already have multiple copies, plus it's already on Netflix.
Okay, well, it's not a choreographed dance in front of the whole neighborhood, but I did the best I could on short notice.
I love it, but did you actually mean it? Are we actually back together?
It's official. Thanks for not giving up on me, Harvey.
Never.
So should we head back to Samantha's now? Everyone's gonna be wondering where we are.
Yeah, but there's one more stop I need to make first.
What are we doing here, of all places?
Well, remember that case with the paper bag, the one you couldn't solve? I think you'll be happy to know I've discovered the culprit's identity.
You have?
Yeah, he's the same one that egged my car. Your feud with Randy is hardly a secret in this neighborhood. So this year, I say we get him a very special Christmas present.
Arthur!
Home is ultimately not about the place you live, but about the people who mean the most to you. And we are all constantly searching for our home.
Looks like we made it just in the nick of time.
Thanks, Arthur. This was fun.
Oh, hey guys. Was the delivery successful?
Mission accomplished.
Do you guys hear that?
Arthur, what is that?
I think someone's watching the neighborhood watch.